Aldo R. Castañeda Huberger, MD and PhD, was born July 17, 1930, in Nervi, Italy. His mother Isabella was from Nicaragua, and his father Ricardo from Guatemala. At the age of 5, the family moved to Munich, Germany. As a boy, he witnessed World War II.
A la larga, esa experiencia fue positiva, en el sentido que no está uno mimado, la muerte estaba cerca todo el tiempo.
The risk of a possible Third World War convinced his family to leave Europe, returning to Guatemala in 1951, where Aldo studied medicine at the University of San Carlos. From his second year of medical school on through to graduation, Aldo was named top student of medicine. In 1963, he obtained his master's in biochemistry, and in 1964 became Doctor of Philosophy in Physiology and Experimental Surgery. Given his outstanding abilities as a surgeon, researcher, and teacher, Aldo was appointed full-time professor of surgery at the University of Minnesota in 1970. In October 1972, he became professor of surgery at Harvard Medical School and cardiac surgeon-in-chief at Boston Children's Hospital. In 1975, Aldo was named the William E. Ladd Professor of Child Surgery at Harvard Medical School, and in 1981 became Surgeon-in-Chief of the Children's Hospital. He served in such positions until 1994, time at which he retired after 38 years of worldwide prominence in pediatric cardiac surgery. In 1997, upon retirement, he returned to Guatemala and developed one of the most successful pediatric heart surgery programs in Central America. Dr. Castañeda took on a personal quest to assist the poor, proceeded to establish the Aldo Castañeda Foundation, and committed to equip and organize the Pediatric Unicar section. He first focused specifically on serving as pediatric heart surgeon, working pro bono to save afflicted children. A major drawback to the program was low funding. Dr. Castañeda called upon former students of his working in different countries, in addition to friends abroad and private institutions in Guatemala, to assist on site and with fundraising. Since 1997, staff in the outpatient clinic has served more than 20,000 patients, and surgeons have performed operations on nearly 2,000 children with congenital heart disease. To this day, more than 40 of Dr. Castañeda's trainees have served as chiefs of pediatric cardiac units in medical institutions across the globe. His influence as a master surgeon, outstanding scholar, and remarkable human being will endure into future generations of medical professionals.
When he arrived, it was like a breath of fresh air. You know, he was there, he was on the floor, he was seeing his patients. You could talk to him, you could interact with him, and it was just totally different. In addition, we hadn't been operating on any open heart surgery in anyone under 8 years of age, and he started bringing that age down to younger and younger ages, and the patients did spectacularly well. It was just like a miracle for us here. It was just something totally different.
I think the single most important thing that Dr. Castañeda did to help make this a great program was that he was self-critical. He always identified any mistakes that he might have made first. And when the senior person in a program, when the most talented surgeon admits that they didn't do something perfectly in public, in front of all the junior people, indicating that this was an opportunity to do things better in the future, it had an enormous impact on everybody.
Muy sabio, tiene una manera de analizar y pensar de los problemas que está basado en un análisis científica, pero nunca ha dejado su parte humana.
And I can just think of how many thousands of children have been affected by his advances in heart surgery, because we know of all the surgeons he trained.
Thank you, Dr. Castañeda, for sharing all your knowledge with other physicians so that they can save lives as well as you.
His lifelong dedication to treating children with congenital heart disease, despite his so-called retirement in Guatemala, his full-time pro bono work, perseverance, adaptability, tolerance, and humanity all highlight him as a one-of-a-kind human being.
And he has a special interest and love for each child that he takes care of.
If the physicians are altruistic and generous, they'll find other people who are altruistic and generous, and that combination is very powerful.
Aldo Castañeda, pioneer, revered leader, and innovator, a man who evolved his life into a masterpiece of kindness.
Dr. Castañeda is a dedicated genius.
Great personality.
Very human.
He means life. He means a heart for my son.
His academic career has been showered with many awards, yet his foremost achievement and satisfaction, no less, are to have saved and cared for hundreds of lives, renewing peace and joy in thousands of homes.
I'd like to thank him very, very much.
Thank you, Dr. Castañeda.
Thank you. Just thank you for doing what you did for Cedric.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you very much.